In this video, we're going to learn how to divide polynomials. And you would divide polynomials really no different than you would divide numbers. So let's say, for example, we have the number 8 divided by 2. Well, the first thing that we would do is recognize that 8 divided by 2 is equivalent to this fraction, 8 over 2, and it's also equivalent to 2 divided by 8. And so it doesn't matter which form you use, they are all equivalent expressions. So step number one, we're going to rewrite the expression in a way where we can start doing the actual division. In step number 2, we look for the highest multiple of 2 that can fit into the number that we are trying to divide. Step number 3, we're going to subtract the product from the number that we're trying to divide. And step number 4, we repeat the process until the difference is 0. So let's go ahead and follow the steps and see what this would look like. We are dividing this entire trinomial by this binomial, 6x plus 1. So I'm going to rewrite this expression. And then, so what we want to look at is we want to look at the highest multiple for the term with the highest degree. So in this case, we have our 6x plus 1. 6s has my highest degree, and 12x squared have the highest degrees. So I have to basically figure out, and so I know that 12 divided by 6 is 2, and I know I can fit 2 x's into x squared. So I know that my answer would be 2x. Now I'm going to go ahead and multiply because I have to then subtract the product. So I know that 2x times 6x plus 1, I have to use the distributive property here. And I know that I have to subtract this product. And when I do that, I'm going to change the signs here. So this is no longer a 12x squared. This is going to be a negative 12x squared. And this is no longer a 2x. It's going to be a negative 2x. And then I'm going to subtract. 12x squared minus 12x squared is going to give me a 0. And then 32x minus 2x is going to give me a 30x. And then I'm going to repeat the process. So I'm still going to be looking at my 6x because it has the highest degree. And in this case, 30x because that term has the highest degree. 30x divided by 6x, let me take care of that coefficient first. 30 divided by 6 is going to give me a 5, and x divided by x is going to give me a 1. 5 times 6x plus 1, that gives me 30x, and that gives me a 5. And I'm going to subtract it. And when I do that, no longer do I have a 30x, but I have a negative 30x, and now I have a negative 5 there. So 30x minus 30x give you a 0, and 5 minus 5 give you a 0. So our answer to this problem is 2x plus 5. Go ahead and rewrite this expression first. In this case, the term of the highest degree is going to be 3x and 9x squared. So let's look for the highest multiple. If I have 9x squared, divide that by 3x. How many times can I fit 3 into 9? The answer there is 3. And then how many times can I fit x into x squared? The answer there is x. I'm going to write my 3x there. Then I'm going to multiply 3x times 3x plus 2. That's 9x squared plus 6x. Then I'm going to subtract the product. So now I have negative 9x squared and negative 6x. Negative 9x squared minus 9x squared gives me a 0. 15x minus 6. And then I repeat the process. I look at the term with the highest degree. In this case, that's a 9x. And this is still going to be the 3x. How many times can I fit 3 into 9? The answer there is 3. How many times can I fit x into x? The answer there is 1. Now I want to go ahead and multiply this 3 times 3x plus 2. That's 9x. And then I want to subtract them. So now I have a negative x, 9x, and a negative 6, which all cancel out to 0. So my answer for this is 3x plus 3. So I have a couple of problems here for you to do. Go ahead and try to work these out with your teacher.